Already got a torch out. We're going to try the heat method. See if we can get some activity to happen here. Rubber shield's going to burn off. Shields are burning off already. That's the rubber shield right there. That's got some heat going there. See her glowing red hot there for a minute. Alright, I'm going to tap it with this, see what happens here. Might be hot. I don't know if it's helping or hurting, so we're going to try it again. A little more heat. Alright, one more time. Let's see if we got anything. Yeah, keep dropping. Can't tell if it's moving or not. It might be. It's definitely not coming off very easy though. Alright, well, I don't want to keep beating on the hammer, so I don't think it's moving much. If it moved at all, it ain't moved much. And there's a little bit of a gap there, but it ain't enough to matter. It's not coming. Alright, so it's being a pain. At this point, I'm going to have to go ahead and pull the whole tranny case apart out of here, but don't really want to do that. I got to drop the shocks to get to the bolts to do it. But at the rate we're going, we might have to do that. Probably are going to have to do that anyway. But all right, well, either way, we got to know what the problem is for now. I'm going to clean up some of the parts and we'll be back. Okay, I got the trap door cleaned up here. So I got this metal here coming out of this bolt over here that's loose. I don't know what the hell that thing does. Doesn't go through. So the bolt appears to be tight, but why would you have a bolt hanging over the washer there and it doesn't do anything? It doesn't make sense. There's nothing back there. It's all full of grease and puke. And this stuff here came out of there. I don't know if that's broken gear teeth material or it's something else. Looks like a real thin bearing cage of some type, but yeah, it was all mixed up under here. That's spring loaded. It was spring loaded, now it stays down. I don't know what that does. So there's nothing over here that I can see that does something. It's there for a reason. We just don't know what the reason is. But anyway, I don't think that metal is supposed to be in there though. So there is our drive gear for high gear. It's gone. I'm sure all of these teeth have got metal run through them. This one here is definitely chipped off here also. Yeah, need that light. See, these are all straight cut, straight cut, straight cut, and we have one missing, so that's a broken one. I've seen the other broken ones, but it's cheaper to buy a whole gear set than buy individuals. For sure we're missing three, that one, this one, and the high gear I can't get out of the case right now. So we got a couple options here. One is we got to figure out what this metal is. Lay it right there so I don't lose it. If this is a standard soft-tail transmission, I can just get a whole aftermarket Ultima transmission assembly or a CCI RevTech or some other vendor. And just replace the whole thing for a little bit cheaper price, but it looks like this is just a flat door, so I should be able to bolt that bracket onto. It looks like a regular door. You can see how it's kind of sunk out here, even though the bracket, which I put here, is not. It's flat. There's a nut there just fell out of something. So this here goes right here and just sits right on top. He's blowing out bolts. It's a stock style trap door that they put this adapter onto. So that means I can just replace the whole transmission, get an aftermarket 6-speed tranny for it, and you get a whole new tranny these days for, $1,000, give or take a couple hundred. Versus buying a whole gear set, putting all together, labor and all that stuff, buying all the bearings and all that. You'll have, you gotta buy a main shaft too. It's bent. The counter shaft might be bent too. So, you can have upwards of $1,000 in parts. And you have labor and all that. So, you can easily have over $1,500. Been doing a tranny, if not up to a couple grand. That's in these days prices. Or just replace the whole transmission. So this was 711 Swift. So it's at number 711 maybe. Anyway, the tranny case is still good, but the gear set's gone. So I don't know if I can buy an aftermarket Ultima 6-speed gear set and just stick in here, or if it's a different gear set for vendor. Back in the day, Motorway used to make a lot of trannies for aftermarket bikes, but Whether this is the motorway tranny or some other tranny, I have no idea who made it. So it's hard to tell whose parts these actually are. Most vendors' stuff don't like mix and match with other vendors. They kind of purposely make it that way. Let's see, maybe we got some identification here. Ah, there you go. This is a Baker gear set. So, Baker made this gear set transmission, so there you go. That's about the most expensive thing you can ever buy, is a Baker tranny. Yeah, those are $3-4 grand for them stupid things. Alright, and Baker doesn't like selling parts either, because they're the only ones in the world that know how to bolt anything together according to them. They are definitely full of themselves. Alright, well, we'll get together with the customer and see what he wants to do here, so either way, it is not going to be cheap. Alright, there you go for the night.